Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to City Skylines Natural Disasters and Tornado Country. I hope you're having a wonderful day because the people of Pepper Lake are having a pretty good time. All 251,500 of them. 251,500 people live in this great city, and today I have every single bit of faith that we can hit the goal of 260,000 people. I reckon we can do it, and I'm excited. So let's begin as we mean to go on, which is by encouraging some growth in this area and possibly zoning this area with something. I'm not really sure what to throw in here, but I think we'll begin with a simple road going down to about there. Should probably do the job. Then we can bring a road across here as well, and we're not going to connect it up perfectly. We're going to go to about there, and we'll do the same in this spot as well. And today I think we're just going to take it easy. We can start by doing all the zoning and all of that, but I do think at some point, maybe around the time that we wind up hitting 260,000 people, I think we can maybe take a little bit of a break from zoning everything and just have a look around, take in the sights and enjoy Pepper Lake in all of its, I would say, majesty, but I think it's a bit of a messy city. It's definitely a city that has been neglected in a couple of ways. I think maybe a couple of ways is me being generous about my my city design and my road layouts, but I still think it's an interesting city. I've had a lot of fun with Pepper Lake. It's been a good time. I don't regret it. Like, it's been nice playing City Skylines with a different sort of approach. And that's kind of what I was saying very early on with Natural Disasters, was that having scenarios is such an interesting way to play a game like this, because I've been playing it for so long that I've always sort of done creative stuff, or I've done fairly standard Let's Plays or whatever, but this has just been a really nice change of pace, and it's got me excited for whatever comes next for City Skylines, because it's been such a break from the norm. So that's kind of cool. That's my thinking on, I guess that's my review of Natural Disasters after this long. That's my official review of the expansion. It's pretty good if you're looking to break from the norm. And I will actually say, if any of you have been playing Natural Disasters for a while, if you've played the scenarios, if you've been enjoying the expansion, or just watching this series, I'm actually curious to know if you kind of feel the same way, in that the scenarios have been a really nice change of pace. I mean, I know some of you are frequently commenting saying, when's the next creative series, or when's the next series after this, because this one's not very good, but for those of you that do enjoy this kind of thing, I kind of hope some of you at least agree with what I'm saying. I hope some of you get what I'm saying, anyway, because, you know, it's a conversation. That's what this whole thing is. It's a conversation. It's about sharing experiences in gaming. That's what I'm doing, and I'm incredibly lucky that people seem to enjoy it. So I don't know why. I don't know why I just got sappy, but I did. So I'm going to take this moment to just throw it out there that I happen to really appreciate all of the all of the support throughout the various series on the channel, the Cities series, the Planet Coaster series. Banished did really well, which is coming back, by the way. I'm looking forward to doing some more Banished in the channel in the not too distant future. People have just been really generous, and I do really appreciate that. I just wanted to, I might as well, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound is what we say here in jolly old Britain. I rarely ever say that phrase, and I'm gonna I've had 3 Red Bulls and it's 4 a.m., okay? Does that explain a lot? Hopefully that explains a lot. So, in news that's actually related to the game, this new highway entrance to the city has gotten very, very busy. The good news is that the highway entrance over here is nowhere near as busy, so, I mean, in a sense, this is successful. In another, we've just moved the problem from here to here. Not that I particularly care, to be honest. I think that's fine. I don't think it's too much of a big deal that we moved the problem to here. But yeah, that's probably all right. How's the rest of the city coping with traffic at the moment? So this area here is getting very, very busy. This area is completely fine. Over here is fine. This area is, as always, a bit of a mess, but I guess that's sort of to be expected in a way. I do wonder if I could be very, very cheeky here for a second, because I kind of have an idea, and I'm curious to see if this would work. So if I go off of there, and I make a little road sort of like that, right? Then I flip it, so it goes that way. If I were to set this up in such a way that the lane connections were saying that this road goes to there, or that lane goes to there, then you can only go from there across. Now, obviously, that is super dangerous. That is not particularly something that you kind of want your highway to do. But I'm curious to see if that would maybe help things a little bit. I'm genuinely curious, basically. I'm also thinking it might be an idea to go to junction restrictions and say that yes, you can in fact move into that area, because if you don't, we're going to have trouble. Now that's a good start. There's a guy there that's keen to get over there. There's a couple of guys there that are keen to move over. And the thing is, I don't care too much if traffic backs up a little bit in this area, because let's be honest, there's not that much traffic heading this way. So I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. And if it becomes too much of a problem, then we can totally go ahead and get rid of this little road. But I think this could be a nice, cheeky little solution to some problems we're having. I really do. Like this guy here, I thought he was keen. He isn't. He's decided to go the long way. Are any of you gonna use the short way there? Anyone at all? Oh, this guy's, there he goes in his tractor. Go on, mate. Have a good time. There's a guy in a truck. Go on, buddy. You enjoy yourself in there. There's another couple of people. Not bad. I like it, and it doesn't seem to be causing too many problems. This area here is maybe backing up a little bit, but for the most part, it's not causing too many problems. That said, it might be an idea to let the traffic flow straight in here. So let me just very quickly see if I can flip this one-way road around. Actually, no, that road has to go that way, doesn't it? Yeah, that doesn't really make sense if it doesn't. Okay, well this might not have been such a great idea. We shall see. I shall come back and I shall observe. Observe? Observe. Observe. I shall come back and I shall observe, and we shall see how it's doing. Now, over this way, I did take the liberty of adding in 2 new districts. We have Oriental Heights and Thornton Square, which have both got the Old Town policy on there, so traffic is going to go around them if it's not going to somewhere in those areas. Same way we have Dean Heights set up and Newt Park and all that stuff. So, you know, we have some Old Town policies there. That's going to be good. That's going to do what it needs to do. And looking down this way, we're currently sitting at almost 253,000 people. Almost 253,000 people. I am thinking that it might be a good idea to add just a couple more bunkers into the city. And call me paranoid, I think that would be fair, but I'm a little bit worried that when we hit 260,000 people, the game's going to be like, hey, did you think you were getting off that easily? No. So, yeah, I think having some decent bunker coverage would certainly be useful. So we get a bunker in there, and I've been told that putting radio masts near the bunkers is a good idea. I don't know if that's entirely necessary, but I mean, more radio masts probably won't hurt, so getting one in there seems like a decent idea. And that's gonna hopefully help with the coverage in there. There we go. That's improved that area's coverage. Some of the areas down here are actually looking kind of miserable, so I'll get a radio mast, like, I don't really want to put it right on the hill, to be honest. Where have we not got zoning? We haven't got zoning in here, so I'm going to put a radio mast, like, right there. Basically, so right about there, we can put a radio mast. And that'll give some coverage to all of that space, which is pretty good. Oh. Oh, yeah, I got rid of the big one from here, didn't I? Yeah, that'll certainly hurt your coverage for the area. So, can I get another big one? I mean, I can, but can I get it somewhere that doesn't look terrible? Again, I mean, I can, but... I mean, I guess in there wouldn't hurt terribly. Can I get it in there? Is the real question. Come on, work with me here. Work with me here. Just let me do this. That's all I'm asking. Is that you let me just place it in there, because that would be kind of cool. I'll be honest, that would be a pretty cool place to have this. I just really don't think the game's gonna let me do it. Which is unfortunate, because that would have been cool. So this is just gonna have to go over here, I suppose. Which isn't the worst place in the world, because this thing has enormous coverage. So if I just throw it, like, there, that's gonna give some radio coverage to pretty much that entire side of the city. Jesus. So that'll keep them happy. We can maybe get... Did that just... Oh, it's not as effective as I thought it was. Interesting. Well, we can go ahead and get another one just sort of in there. I don't think that would hurt. So one right there kind of in the middle. We can get one over here somewhere, I'm sure. Behind that building, possibly? Yeah, we can absolutely get one there. So throw me a radio mast there to give me coverage in that space. We've got the industrial area over here where we can put one just behind those buildings. That's not an industrial area at all. That is, but this isn't. And then down here is going to be pretty simple. Let me just look for a fairly open space. There should be one somewhere. Ah, right there is actually perfect. Radio mast right in there. So yeah, that's some coverage, is what that is. That's some pretty good coverage for the entire city, which is new. We haven't had that before. So I'm pretty pleased about it. That's hopefully going to minimize the amount of deaths that might occur as the result of another tornado or something. I would also really love to see this area fill up, because it's taken its time. That's for sure, but I reckon when it fills up, that's going to look awesome. With just, you know, the raised buildings on the hill, because it already looks pretty cool. So I reckon it's going to look even better. Now let's look over here, make sure this area is filling up, which, it sort of is. I think I might slip some offices just in here, since we do have a bit of demand down this way. So just a couple of offices in the middle there to fill up some of that space, and I think I'll just go ahead and throw in a cheeky little park there, and also there as well, just to incentivize people to come into this area. We can be like, hey, look at this. We've got parks. We're fancy. It's nice. You will love it here. There's literally no reason not to live here. In fact, we've got botanical gardens on the roads and everything. This is now the fanciest neighborhood in the city. Like, look at that road. It's beautiful. It's completely unnecessary. I mean, it's great, is what it is. But yeah, it is also completely unnecessary. We'll do this kind of thing too, just so it matches. And yeah, I like it. I think that might incentivize people to live there. They might be like, oh, look how fancy we are. Or they might be like, you know what, I don't really care. Either way, it's probably gonna help. / possibly gonna help. Okay, so in all of my wisdom, I've decided to make this road here a one-way road. Obviously, as you can see, it goes that way and that way. So it's really only a road that's accessible by traffic coming off of the highway. But my reasoning for this is that, quite simply, there is already a road going around this whole space, and, I mean, technically, you can access that road from here and from here, and I've just realized that that's the only entrance to this neighborhood, and, that's possibly a problem. So, maybe it would be an idea to connect a road there. That's possibly an idea, and possibly there as well. Although those should probably be two-way roads rather than one-way roads. Now, this area's got a couple of connections already. This area now has a couple of connections too. So yeah, that should be fine. This is now a reasonably and relatively accessible district, which it certainly wasn't a second ago, that's for sure. Admittedly, the one-way system, it's not great. It's not really working the way I had hoped, but I reckon if I turn off the... If I let traffic, you know, just do what it wants to do, that should be fine. Shouldn't really be a problem there. Hopefully. I don't know. There might still be a problem. Why are there traffic lights? Why? Hold on a minute. Turn those off. Who needs traffic lights? Jesus. Those are completely unnecessary. I mean, yes, people are crossing the road and all of that, but I mean, they probably shouldn't be. It's a highway. It's a highway that's backing up like crazy, but it's a highway nonetheless. Anyway, let's deal a little bit with this industrial demand. I think I'm just going to extend this industrial zone down here a little bit. Maybe even just to about there. Because what I can do is connect it up with an avenue, which I might as well do. So we'll sort of connect it like that. We'll bring some roads through like that. We can bring it this way too, because we have exactly the same distance on this side. So we'll connect it up to there. And bring it down by a block and in, and a block and in, and I reckon I can get one more block on there. Yes, I can. So that'll do. I think that'll be a reasonably sized industrial zone right there. Bring some pipes through, bring some pipes over that way and up. And we can go ahead and fill up all of that space. And my hoping here is that by doing this, we're going to knock the industrial demand down, which kind of makes sense, but also bring the demand for everything else up. That's kind of how these things work. Now, I did see a little speck of residential. There it is. Little speck of residential demand right there. That's going to be good. That's hopefully going to knock this population right up. And it's almost at 255,000 people. It's almost there. That's ridiculous, is what that is. That's a ridiculous number. Let's see. Can I get some zoning in here? I reckon I probably could. Oh, that thing doesn't have power. Okay, I totally forgot that it might need power, actually. Not entirely sure why I forgot that it might need power. It kind of makes sense that it would, but there you go. So it now has electricity. So it's stopped complaining, which is good. Oh, wow, that's a lot of traffic coming in there. Where's it all going? I guess most of it's going that way. Oh, I know what we need to check in on. I've totally forgot about this. Right. Why is this traffic all backing up here? Ah, a lot of it's... What's going on with that? Why was there a tail back there? I mean, I get that it's all backing up here, but why is it all backing up here is my next question. Because, I mean, it kind of shouldn't be. Oh! Oh, that would do it. Why are there traffic lights there? That's really odd. Again, there probably shouldn't have been traffic lights there at all. That seems really counterintuitive for the highway. But there you go, I guess. Traffic lights for no apparent reason. That's, yeah, that is really strange. Hopefully we can see some good things happen with, without them. Hopefully this tailback will clear out. It does seem like this is working though. Like this little thing here. I don't know how much traffic's actually using it, but oh, that's a lot. Are any of you gonna be using the road? This guy's keen. Who's this? This is owned by Rockwood, going to Fine Fashions. Good. This is owned by Lakewood, going to Eco-Friendly Company. Springdale, going to Eco-Friendly Company. Ah, here we go. It's a tourist, Oscar Richardson, going to Small Park. Yes, I can see why. It is definitely a highlight of the city there, Oscar. That small park. Oh, you cheeky wait a minute. There's an old sun policy there. I could swear. I I could swear we have an old... Hold on, this is gonna look... If I do this, it looks like Grand Theft Auto 1. Well, it doesn't. But it's the camera of GTA 1. I could swear we had an old-time policy in this area. I absolutely thought we did. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna check in a second. I just want Oscar here to move. There we go. Oh, that's weird. That's an interesting angle to be following the car at. That's awfully like Grand Theft Auto 1. Anyway, do we have an old-time policy in there? Yeah. That's really strange. I guess it's not working, is kind of what that tells me. Or maybe it doesn't work when you split the district. I actually don't know. Unless he's just being a cheeky bugger and he's like, you know what, I really don't care for your old-time policy, mate. And I'm just gonna drive straight through anyway. Certainly seems like it. But, fair enough. Fair enough. He's gonna go enjoy the park. Is he in there? Is he in that crowd? Is that him? Nah, that's Earl. That's Earl Finch. Classic Earl Finch right there. Can I find him? I really doubt it. Hold on. No, that's not him either. Is that? No, I think I've lost him. I'm gonna be honest, I've actually completely forgotten his name already, so I don't really think it matters at this point. Let's actually do something that is gonna be slightly productive then. Let's see if we can bring some zoning to this space over here. So what I'm thinking is we go 11 there, and we go 11 there. And we'll bring a road down from one end of that to the other, and then I want to go just like that, basically, on either end. So we can fill out zoning in an interesting way right up to the edge of the map. So that's 4. We want to do 4 on this side just to make sure we can get this as symmetrical as possible. 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Then we go 5, and that's 5. There we go. So that is okay by me. That's not so bad, that is. We'll go to there as well, because we might as well. And we'll fill that up with just a bit of, I think, residential zoning right on the edge of the city. Bit of high-density stuff, of course. And I think I'll fill out all of this space, too, just because I can. And probably the same with that, too. So that'll hopefully be all we need to tip us over the edge towards 260,000. Obviously, we kind of need the demand for it too, but that area is there. That area is waiting for the magic number. Hopefully, disaster doesn't strike, because if it does, I'm actually going to be kind of annoyed. I mean, I don't care. I don't care if a tornado hits the city after 260,000, because that I can deal with. I've achieved my goal. I've done what I set out to do. And then all I need to do is look after the city and be like, hey, let's repair this, and then we're good. But if it strikes at like 259,000, and it's like, oh, you thought you were going to get it that easy? Nah, here's a tornado wiping out like 20,000 people. That'll be, well, that would be a natural disaster, is what that would be. So as a final tweak to this road setup, I decided to change the end of the highway into a 6-lane avenue, thus letting the traffic filter a little bit easier. I also changed the various lane connections here, so these 3 lanes go to these 6 and these 3 go to that 6, and then each of these lanes, each one goes to 2, so traffic can filter right that way. I changed this up so each 2 lanes goes in one direction, so these 2 go to the right, these 2 go to the front, these 2 go to the left, and then I did nothing over here because no traffic really goes this way, which kind of sucks, but this does help traffic filter a little bit. And don't worry, you pretty little head, I did get rid of the district zoning on there so that this road will actually function properly, so that it won't be affected by the old-time policy, which might cause some issues were it to be on that road. Now, we are sitting at 257,591 people, so I think it's about time that we go and have ourselves a little look around Pepper Lake. So, we started here, didn't we? We originally had 2 one-way roads going through here, one going that way, one going the other way, and yeah, it was a design I kept for a while. I probably shouldn't have, to be honest, because it did cause me all sorts of problems. It still sort of is, but, yeah, you know what? I do like this. I really like how this is all turned out. I love these crosswalks here and all that stuff, or whatever they are, the junctions and all the bridges going over them. I just think it looks cool. I really, really do. I love how the stadium looks there. I mean, it's not the best looking stadium, I'll be honest, but it does what it needs to do. I mean, is there anything else around here that I particularly remember? I mean, you know, we had the very recent tornado carving its way through here. That was a problem. Oh, hello. What the hell happened here? I'm assuming a fire. I'm also noticing... Oh, I've just realized that road's actually still destroyed. That's interesting. I didn't notice that. There you go. That'll help you guys a little bit. Those pathways are still destroyed as well. Oh man, speaking of that tornado, the destruction from it is still here. That's ridiculous that I didn't notice that. Have I missed any more? In there, possibly. No, that building is just abandoned. What about in here? No, that's fine. Yeah, some paths in there are currently destroyed. How did I not notice this? That's ridiculous. You'd think I'd notice these things. It's like, hey, your roads are still in ruin. Good job sorting those, buddy. We are actually having some issues, aren't we? Not enough goods to sell. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care. This area here's still not done, but it's getting pretty close. It's getting pretty close, and I do absolutely love it. I love this entire city, man. I really, really do. It's been such an interesting adventure, I guess. Kind of, like I said right at the beginning, you know, playing Cities Skylines with a different outlook on the game, you know? It's like, hey, we're not building for aesthetics. We're not building for the sake of it. We actually have a goal here. We're trying to get 260,000 people. We're trying to keep the budget going well. We're trying to not lose money. We're trying to have 20,000 full lifespans in the city. And I mean, here we are, just over 1,500 people away from the end. And this, you know, this is maybe too much of like a speech to be giving for the end of a Cities Skylines Let's Play. I'll fully admit that, but at the same time, it's just, it's cool, you know? This game has done a lot of things for me. A Cities Skylines video is the most viewed video on my channel. I've played a lot of it. You know, it's nice being able to sit back and play a game that you've put thousands of hours into. Why are we having problems there? Is this on fire? What just happened? That absolutely was on fire, wasn't it? Good thing I've got these opposite. That was interesting. But yeah, it's nice being able to play a game that you've put thousands of hours into and still have it sort of be fresh. And I mean, I know I complain a lot about Cities Skylines being a game I'd like to take a break from, and I still would, but this scenario and natural disasters, I mean, I'll admit, it's not perfect. I would like more disasters, please. I feel like the Tornado Country disaster hasn't had enough of the tornadoes, but it's still a lot of fun. It's still been a lot of fun. And, I mean, the city's a mess. For some reason, we had some floods recently. I don't know why the river was suddenly deciding to flood, but we seem to have fixed that. But it's been good. I've liked this. And this might not be the end. I might, I'm not promising anything, but I might try and get to 300,000 people at some point. I might install a couple more mods, kind of like what I did with the Vanilla Sprinkles Let's Play. But I'm kind of leaning personally towards, you know, just giving the game a break and coming back to it in the future when I've had a good time to play some other things and recharge and work on some other projects, which I have in the works, by the way. I have some really, really exciting things in the works that I can tease you about, and I can tell you that I'm working on them, and I can tell you that it's going to be a bunch of fun, but I'm going to be a total silly bugger, is what I'll call myself, and say that I can't actually tell you what it is yet, because I'm not entirely certain when this video is going out, and I'm not entirely certain when I'm announcing the thing, so I don't want to announce it in this video if I haven't officially announced it somewhere else. So just, I guess, stay tuned to me social media, stay tuned to the channel, and yeah, it'll be exciting. We are 1,200, less than 1,250 people away from the goal, ladies and gents. Less than 1,000 to go. We did it. No, actually, just slightly over 1,000 to go. Less than 1,000 to go. Oh man, this has been a journey. Let's get a little bit of office zoning in there just because we can. Let's do some office zoning along there just because we can. And let's see. How's this area looking? Is it mostly, it is mostly built up. I'll give it that. It did a pretty good job of filling out there. It's created a raised skyline here, and it looks kind of interesting going up this road. You've got these buildings and a cliff, then more buildings. That's an interesting view. 259860. It's sitting there. It's sitting 888. Come on. Come on. Like 17 more people. It's set. We did it. Wait. Oh my god. Oh, we did it. Population over 260,000. 20,000 full lifespans lived in the city. More than 1 million money. Ladies and gentlemen, tornado country. We did it. We done did it. I'm gonna save me game very quickly. I'm gonna tornado 30. There we go. Gonna just save me game for a second, and I'm just gonna do a thing here. Just gonna put that there. I'm just gonna wait for this to cool down for a second, and I'm gonna put one just over there, and we're gonna put another one just over here somewhere, and we're gonna go out with a bit of a bang, as it were, because I mean that's that's some coverage, is what that is. Would you guys like to go to the bunkers? Because it's probably a good idea to go to the bunkers. It has slowed the game to a crawl again, but I think this time I can understand why the game's running at a crawl. It begins! Here we go! Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this to my city. After all I've said about enjoying this, and about this being a great city, and about this being such a lengthy process, this is how I celebrate. This is what I do. Is this cruel? Is this a good thing to be doing? I mean, objectively speaking, probably not. I mean, that's 2 tornadoes about to combine into 1 right there. That's a terrifying sight. That's even more terrifying, right? This is like a scene from some apocalypse movie. It's just giant tornadoes across the city. It's legit. Oh, that's like a scene. Oh my god. That is straight up like a scene from some apocalypse movie right there. That's ridiculous. Oh, we got some errors. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Oh my god, look at this. I'm so glad I don't need to clean this up. I am so glad I don't need to clean this up. That is not my problem, is what that is, but wow. I love how destructive they are. I mean, admittedly, they could be more destructive. Admittedly, I could also throw more things at the city if I wanted to. For example, we do have, if we go in here, we could throw a meteor at the city. I think that could be kind of fun. Let's throw a meteor just, what's a really dense area? Right there. It's pretty dense. Let's throw a meteor right there. And, yeah, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt, is what that's gonna do. I don't see it. But I guess I'll keep my eyes open. Because it'll be there. Meteors don't take as long to arrive as tornadoes do, so it shouldn't be too long before we blow up a part of the city. You know, that part of the city that I worked painstakingly towards finishing, and this is really satisfying to watch, but at the same time, I'm just like, man, I can't wait to reload me save. Oh my god. Where's that meteor? Come on. We're waiting. We're waiting for an explosion. That wasn't an explosion, that was lightning. That's different. Well, it's sort of an explosion, but that's not the kind of explosion I'm looking for. Oh, it's there! It's coming in! Where is it? Where is it? There it is! Oh, that's devastating, man!
A meteor strike has occurred.
Oh, that is so devastating. Jesus! I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with those. Look what it's done. It's just set everything around it on fire. Also, the game has, yeah, it freezes every time I let people out of the bunkers. That is just, it's just everything is just on fire around that. That's ridiculous. So, Sheffield Heights is on fire. That's interesting. There's a crater in the middle of it as well. We have carved paths through the city. We have a, oh my god, look at this one. This just goes straight through here, straight through, over this way, and straight through, destroying my buildings up here. The observatory and the deep space radar are gone. Oh my god. That's just ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I am gonna leave it there for today, and I'm gonna leave it there for Tornado Country. If you'd like to see this this save up in the Steam Workshop, if I can do it, which I think I can, because I think it is just treated like a regular save, then do let me know. I will throw it under the workshop, and I will share the link on Twitter, and if it's not already in the description, then it will be in the description. By that, I mean, if it's not in the description when the video is first uploaded, then let me know that you want it there, and I'll then put it in the description at a later point. But I'll probably share it on Twitter immediately as soon as it goes up. So that's going to be the easiest place to find out about that. And by the save, I mean, I don't mean this one. I mean the save I made a couple of minutes ago before I blew it all up. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave it there for today, and I'm going to leave it there for Tornado Country. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for watching. This has been a lot of fun. It's been a great series. I sincerely hope you have enjoyed it. If you liked the video, like the video. If you liked any video in this series, then do be sure to leave a like on it. Share it on social media if you feel like it. I would surely appreciate it. And with that in mind, once again, thank you kindly for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!